So I got more stuff today. Here I got a gaggle full of pest snails. I'm gonna put them into a 1 gallon tank, put a small little air zone in there, and let these guys go nuts. I'm also tearing down the 3.5 gallon. You'll see why in a second. Here's the 3.5 water and whatnot. Mr. Pufferfish is again back in here for heat purposes. And if I go out to my living room, this is why. I got 3 bags of this stuff from PetSmart. I'm going to use 1 bag to fill the 3.5. I mean, not 3.5, but I'm going to use this bag to fill the 3 gallon. And I'm going to use this one to fill the 10 gallon in my bedroom too. And I also got meds. Proper meds this time for Mr. Black Goldfish right here. And I'll be medding him again for another 4 days, and then hopefully then I'll be able to place him in with all my other goldfish. This is actually the first time I've done a hospital tank because I've been able to get away so far of just putting fish directly into the tank. This is the first real time I've had to go and do a hospital tank. But at least I got the proper meds this time for him, and it looks like it does have still have a little bit of fungus, but it seems to be going away now. So around Sunday I'll be done with the meds, and hopefully by then I'll be able to place him in with the rest of his little fish friends. I'll come back when I see fit. Alright, so now the sand is in. Good grief, I can't speak. Now the fun part, figuring out how exactly I want to fill it, and rearranging the filter and everything else for it. And of course, Mr. Puffer, he's still alive, but he's kind of freaking out again, so yeah. Alright, and with that, the substrate in the tank is rebuilt again. I've also taken the liberty to cut a little hole here for this plant, and I originally had both plants in this side, so that's why I'm not doing anything for this side, but I have this covering. And I put these here so my pufferfish won't jump. And of course, luckily with the way I built this lid and the way the plants are raised, I don't have to touch the plants at all if I want to do maintenance. I just put the lid fully back. Fully back, and just let the thing sit. The only thing I'm going to do is cover up the top here because of all the bubbling and whatnot. I want to loosen, and I want to stop the water from dripping down the back and whatnot, and having a bunch of ugly calcium stains in the back. So I'm going to let this tank sit for a while. I'm going to let it heat up, and then I'm going to pop my fish in there. I'm going to do some cleaning on the glass because there is some smudging, but overall it went over just fine. Alright, so for now, this is what I'm doing with the snails. I'm going to be putting them in a 1 gallon filtered tank. I know snails don't need a filter, but I'm only doing a filter so the water don't stink to high heaven. I'm probably also going to put an eggshell or 2 in this tank to help with calcium and whatnot. But with that said, I'm going to first put just standard dechlorinated water in this thing before I do anything else. And if the thing survive for a day, then I'll put an egg or shell or 2 inside this thing so they can keep their shells up and running and whatnot. My original idea was due to size. Due to my small little size right here that I have. I was originally planning to. Alright, so here's where I'm going to be placing the snails. A filtered 1 gallon. I'm not going to put a heater in there because they don't need a heater. It'll probably be good for them to have a heater so they can multiply faster, but hey. But my original idea was to put it right on top of my tank lid right here for my toilet. But due to this being curved and being very slick, if I had some rubberized feet that I could put on the bottom, then I'll put it here. But since I don't have any rubber I can modify onto the tank, I'm going to have it right here for now. Though I'm hoping that'll change because I'm hoping I can find some cheap rubber I can use for feet. But for right now, this is where it's going to be. Here are the pest snails. Now I'm gonna fill that tank up, redirect some airline to it, and see what happens. Welcome to the very boring part of this boring video. So I got their tank set up. They're alive, and I'm just gonna feed them. Well, overfeed them that way, so they encourage a massive amount of spawning. So I'm just gonna break all this junk up and just let it sit. And hopefully in a few days they will do their thing, and I'll have a heap ton of snails I can have on the back store back on storage. On the back burner for the pufferfish I'm gonna get, and the pufferfish I currently got now. He's currently still in the 10-gallon because I'm waiting for the 3-gallon to warm up. Alright, so the current tank temp is 76 versus this tank's temp that is apparently 76. So I could technically put them in there today, or put them in there right now. Who needs a cat when you got fish? Seriously. Like I said, who needs cats when you got fish? I still love my cats. Now, even though the tank temps are exactly the same, I'm still going to let them sit here for 30 minutes before I release. Hopefully this won't be too much to kill them. I've done this before in the past without any problems, but I don't want to take any chances, especially considering he's such a cute little puffer. And I really do want to raise him to the full 6 inches that he's going to get. I'm actually pretty happy with the way the substrate came out in this tank. Yep, I got a little bit of a mishap over here, but I can fix that pretty easily. And probably the day after tomorrow, I'm going to pull these guys, put them into the 10-gallon out there you saw with my other 3 guys the other day. Drain this tank completely, do a complete tank clean out. Clean out and replace the filter fiber and the activated carbon, both sponge filters and this filter, and put the other 2 bags of sand at the bottom of this tank so I can have this tank prepared for my figure 8 puffer. I have no idea how big he's going to be when I get him, but I'm thinking maybe 3 inches, 2 inches maybe. I specify not to get a small little one because I want something that's a little bit that has some size in it. But yeah, I'll come back when I put this guy in the tank again. Alright, so Mr. Puffer, or whatever his name, well, I still don't have a name for him. He's now been in here for about 30 minutes or so in his new little tank with his new substrate. As you can tell, he's doing his own thing. I fed him some freeze-dried bloodworms, or not freeze-dried, but I fed him some bloodworms from this. He ate them. And he's back to doing what he was doing prior to me doing a whole substrate rechange. I'm actually very happy. I'm very happy that he's as robust as they are. I'm pretty sure if I did that with one of my betta fish, he probably would have died because what I did with this tank is I did a complete wipe down. The only thing I didn't touch was the filter. Everything else was completely wiped. And as you can tell, he's acting normal. Now hopefully I can just leave this tank alone and let him do his thing and just do occasional clean outs and whatnot. And since I got sand inside this tank, doing actual maintenance on the surface, and with the way I have the new plants spread out, well, not new plants, but with the way I have the plants spread out, doing stuff like gravel vacuuming, water changing, and whatnot is going to be incredibly. It's going to be a lot more simpler on me. And I'm thinking I'm just going to take a little bit of a take some of that little grate stuff I use and just cover up this little hole that way so he doesn't jump. Because when I was trying to catch him, he did jump a few times. So he can be a jumper. But with that, he's there doing his job and being a pufferfish. And with that, I'm going to call this video.